Hi, this is Chaplain Chuck. Welcome to the Recovery Channel.tv, and we're glad you're here today. Today we're going to talk about addiction and recovery in Hinduism. Why are we doing this? Because it's so important to, I think, if we're really trying to understand the concepts we have in recovery programs, for instance, and behavioral health programs in general, basically harken back to an earlier time. They're packaged, there are some new concepts, there's new scientific research, of course. The basic tenets and principles of what we have now really have been around for maybe 100 years, with Freud going all the way back thousands of years to the world's major religions. So it's pretty amazing. And so I think we can tap into that and just learn that we're not just being told something in recovery, it's actually based on universal truths, okay? So this is addiction and recovery in Hinduism, okay? So this is from one of their scriptures, the Rig Veda. May our minds move toward the truth, not toward intoxication and delusion. Seeing reality as it is, not deluding ourselves with something too. This is from the Advaita Veda, from the scriptures. May all that impure depart from me, all that is impure, anger, greed, and indulgence of the senses. Okay, so that sounds a lot like addiction, doesn't it? And substance abuse and so on. Food, you name it, anything that we use that's unhealthy. Okay, from the Yajur Veda, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing this, I'm sorry if you could pronounce this correctly. May we be free from desire for intoxicants. May we delight only in truth. They say that a great Eastern mystic, Kirpal Singh, said, truth is high, but higher still is true living. So it's what we do, not so much what we know to be true, but do we follow it, okay? From the Advaita Veda also, the one who rules his senses conquers suffering. You know, our senses are drawn out. We're not happy with what we see our surroundings, which makes us feel a certain way. So as a result, we input substances. We inject, we drink, we eat, whatever. Substances trying to satisfy our anxiety. We're mad, we're sad, we're scared. We're trying to suppress those, and and sometimes we want to celebrate too. We want to feel peace, joy, and love, and but we want to celebrate that too. But those are more senses. We're externally focused. Okay, the one who rules the senses, in other words, say, no, I don't need to do that. I'm okay. I'm centered within myself and my soul. The one who rules the senses conquers suffering. I really love this one. When a man dwells on objects of the senses, attachment to them is born. What your mind so you become. Okay? Desire leads to attachment, because we really want something. Like we want that new car, or we want that drink, or whatever. Okay? Desire leads to anger. If we can't have it, we get angry. Anger leads to delusion, because now we're making that our reality, not getting that thing that we want. And delusion leads to loss of memory. We forget everything. So when memory is lost, intelligence is destroyed, and one falls down. Let a man raise himself. This is in the Bhagavad Gita, which is the life of Krishna, from one of the part of the canon of the Hindus. Let a man raise himself by his own mind, not degrade himself, for the mind could be the friend or the enemy. Kirpal Singh also said, from the Santmat tradition and the Eastern mystics, he said, befriend your mind. So if the mind says, oh, come on, just have one drink, Chuck, say, you know what, first let's go to a meeting, and then we'll see if we want that drink. Or you want to indulge in food, or do something that's not healthy for you, and then you say, oh, okay, well, let's just go ahead, let's go for a walk in nature, let's exercise, let's meditate. And then, more times than not, in my experience, that goes away. And then our mind gets stronger. Also in the Bhagavad Gita, when a man dwells on objects of the senses, attachment to them is born. So just what one of the other Vedas said. Desire leads to attachment, desire leads to anger. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading. Traditional Hindu ways to overcome addiction include meditation to calm the mind. This is from ChatGPT. Seva, which is selfless service in English, to direct energy outward. So you take this energy and direct it outward to help others, be of service. Satsang, which is I think it's Hindi, or it might be Sanskrit word meaning to keep good company, to ward off bad. I know when I quit drinking, I would hang out with my bar buddies, and I did that for about 6 months, but eventually I wasn't getting out of that. I don't think they were enjoying me too much anymore, and started doing more spiritual groups, meditation groups, recovery groups, hanging out with those people. They became more my kind of people. Ayurveda is a health practice used by people from the East for detoxification and balance of body and mind. And also Bhakti Yoga, which is surrendering our cravings to a higher power. That's also very important, okay? So that is it for us today. So we appreciate you being here and joining us, and we'll see you on the next program.